Primero de todo, gracias por venir. Elyas, como decía, es el director de desarrollo de políticas y asociaciones en WISE. Se incorporó a esta organización en 2013. Para aquellos que no lo sepan, WISE es una plataforma dinámica que promueve la innovación en la educación a través de una variada cartera de iniciativas de compromiso político, investigación, liderazgo y programas profesionales. Elyas se ha encargado de gestionar y poner en marcha la plataforma de la cumbre y más recientemente de renovar el programa Accelerator EdTech. Aporta una gran experiencia en sectores públicos y privados, donde podemos destacar que fue asesor político del viceprimer ministro de Quebec y después ocupó un puesto en una empresa de Toronto especializada en fusiones y adquisiciones, por lo que tiene mucho que contarnos. Good morning, Elyas. Thank you for being with us.
Good morning.
We would like to know, what do you think about artificial intelligence, how it will contribute in our education environment, how we will have the improvement, and how we can personalize the learning for students around this topic?
This is a very good question, and I think this is a question that everyone is asking in education, but of course in all fields of our society. I want to go back a few years back because the first time I started working with founders, working with artificial intelligence, that was about 10 years ago. But even then, you know, they were telling me we work with AI to develop learning pathways, and I never really understood. And it was 10 years ago. And I think what captured our imagination, all of us collectively, is when OpenAI have announced ChatGPT, and I think all of us realized what potentially one tool of AI could do, which is AGI and machine learning and all those LLMs. And from that moment, our imagination have been you know, catapult basically to an extreme of what are the possibilities of doing this. So of course now we are facing a new reality. We know that this technology, that many people have been working on it for the past without really necessarily knowing what's the outcome. But now we know concretely some of the outcome of this technology. We know that is very powerful. We know that is transformative. We don't know exactly what's the learning outcomes of these tools. We don't know exactly how to use these tools. We don't know exactly yet how to train teachers to use these tools. So I am optimistic. I do believe that these tools are gonna hopefully positively create changes and hopefully create changes that's gonna benefit the society and the education field. How? It's still too early, but I've been talking to people, so I'm not an expert on AI, but I'm a very big curious about this field, and I have been in talking to people who I believe have a better knowledge than me and other people in education. I believe it's going to increase productivity. We're reaching a point where every student could have access to a level of tutoring, so it's going to disrupt the kind of in-person tutoring to a machine-to-kid tutoring. I am excited about things related to skills assessment. I'm excited about things related to learning pathways, personalized learning pathways. I think we have been talking about that for many years, and I think with this tool we could realize you know, personalized learning experiences. We could know if a kid is good at math or at languages, and put more emphasis on one of these, you know, on the weakness of the learning of, you know, these or the strength, and it will balance the way the person learns. So overall, I'm optimistic. I do share some concerns. Similar to people like Sam Altman or who think that this comes with a massive, you know, benefit, but also there's a lot of potential, you know, negative things if we do not collectively come together to, you know, to find solution to some of these issues. So yeah.
You feel, hearing you, it seems that you really feel education and you see how important it is for the world. But you came from a sector where working with a prime minister. How you see we can connect? What have you learned being in this sector, coming to education? How do you think both areas have to be connected? What have you learned from the field?
Yeah. So before I want to just share with you my journey quickly. I'm son of immigrant who moved to Canada when I was 12, and I very quickly realized that in order to better my life, education will be the in French we say l'ascenseur, the elevator, and I did put a lot of effort in pursuing excellence in education, and through that I got access to the best institution in Canada because I knew it was a unique chance that I had. So education has always been something very close to my heart. I was also involved in politics, so I love people, I love society, I love everything related to how do we bring people together, and it was natural for me to be very involved in politics at a young age in Canada. So I think that got me to join a minister cabinet at a very early age. And even within the minister cabinet, I was always involved in topics related to, education and learning. And so it's a good transition for me, but also it's a good serendipity because I've never, frankly speaking, I've never knew that I will one day manage an amazing platform such as WISE. So life is, the more you plan, the more you don't get your plans. I don't know who said this, but get a plan until you get punched in the face. And so I did have a big vision for myself, or big dreams for myself, to say I want to be part of an international community. But the fact that it came to be an education global community, it just, for me, a privilege and a blessing. And I think it's rooted back to the fact that I benefited so much from education. I wouldn't be doing this podcast if I did not have access to great education. So it may be unconsciously, it's a way for me to give back, to be part of this, building something like WISE. And yeah.
Yes, I completely agree with you that even you can imagine wherever, and as more as you imagine, as more it doesn't happen. So I really agree with you. We know that how important you are for being here in the Global Education Forum for us. You are someone that we learn every day. We inspire on you. We think which things we need to improve on. But what do you think about Global Education Forum? Because for us, it's something so important and we think so relevant to have this type of events. What do you think about it?
So we have been in collaboration with the group for many years. For many years we've been talking, and then we did something amazing together. The last few years we did WISE at Columbia together. The fact that you have a very genuine group like SEC and its network of schools and universities that are promoting innovation in education from a perspective of, look, we have schools, we have university, and we also do gathering. It's fantastic. So for us, is a very natural way, and that's the way we like to find the partners. We want to find partners that have skin in the game, and when they talk from experience, they talk from their own network, they come from their own community. It's been a privilege to work with you, and what the SEC group have created in Spain, but also in other places in the Middle East and Latin America, is truly remarkable. SEK schools in Qatar, for example, is among the best schools, among the best international schools. Now that we are in Madrid, there's over 180 people that show up. Speakers, right? Contributors, plus all the attendees. So you're driving a very important leadership position in the field, and on behalf of WISE, it's just an honor and a privilege to collaborate and to join our forces together.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for collaborating with us. And thank you for spending time today.
It's such a pleasure to be in Madrid.
Thank you very much.